Pisces, how you getting on? Well, I nearly fell off my chair. Hey, I nearly fell off my chair. It's like, oh my God, you are gobsmacking. I nearly fell off my chair. It's like, I can't believe what I've just caught. It's like, oh, really? I just caught you. It's like, ooh, it's like you nearly made me fall off my seat. Something about falling off my seat. Falling at my feet. That's it. What's the song by, it's the same person. And I always say they're an Australian band, but they're not. Fall at your feet whenever I fall. At your feet, you let your tears rain down on me. Something to do with that. Anyway, fall at your feet. Something that's falling at your feet. Some kind of Pisces, maybe another Pisces. You're the Pisces, but it's like, this is just fell on my lap. Now I'm hearing, ooh, look what you've caught, Pisces. It's like, look what you've got. And it feels like fishing for a dream or dreaming. I'm hearing a lot of dreaming of you. A lot of someone's dreamy or very dreamy, or it's like, dream lover, come my way. And it's like this, hopefully you're not got anything to do with, what was it, an energy where I was thinking someone had plastic surgery in there. Right, I don't know why. But I'm actually also seeing this kind of like, this like mesmerized kind of, sorry if it's really hot here at the moment. I've been rushing around trying to get these done, also the readings and stuff. Okay, but it's kind of like mesmerizing. It's like, oh, what have you caught? And it's like, okay, and it's like, look at that. It's like, look at that. Look at this. Well, I don't know, but look at the size of that I've caught. Like it's a fish, unless you're fishing for a dream or it's another fish. But it's like, it's like, look at that, I've just landed. And it's a landing net. I don't know, some of you could be a net or netty or metty. I'm hearing because I'm hearing like a fishing float, like a float. You all float. Could be Stephen or Stephen King. I came up for another reading, but something to do with like King, the King, Stephen King, or the King, or the Lion King, or King was a circle of life. But I'm hearing like, okay, I've just put my float out, okay, and I'm fishing, and I'm putting my float out, and then it's like, oh, look what I've caught. And it's like, look at the size of that. It's like, look at the size of this thing. And it's like, look at the size of that thing. What is that? It's kind of like, you've just won the jackpot. That's like huge. So it's something like someone's big, or like big and small, or you like Tom or Tom Hanks. But it's like big. It's like, I'm dreaming big. It's like, I'm dreaming of you big. It's like, this has got to be big. It's going to be big. They're saying it's going to be big, 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 big. Big money prizes, like a big prize. It's like there's a big surprise, but you have also got a bad energy coming up, and it is something that I wanted to talk to you about because I'm feeling a few energies of pieces of you everywhere, of being pieced up, okay, being pieced up, like someone's a piece, like a piece of stuff, right? I've gone through it in other readings, but like a piece, like a side piece, okay? Some of you have got a side piece, right, which is the Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal. Now, what I want to talk to you about is something that has been in my subconscious for a few days, and normally when that happens, that means that I'm probably going to be putting the pieces together through all the Sun, Moon, Rising and Venuses, coming to the end of some of the readings, and then eventually it's like, aha, everything and the clue and the Scooby-Doo has been figured out, and the puzzle, because for some reason we've been going through the Scooby-Doo van, or Get In There Pisces, which is a get in there Pisces. It's like, get in there. It's like, get in there, go on. It's like, go on lad, get in there. It's like, go on, just get in, unless it's children and you work for children like I do. But it's like, normally if you talk to lads here, they're like, go on, get in there. It's like, go on, you've won. It's like, you've won, go on, get in there. And it's like backing a horse or something. You're like, go on boy, and it's like, get in there. It's like, I've just won the big time, or the jackpot. It's like, man, I've just won something big. It's like, I've won them over, right? But you've got won them over, right? Now, I picked up sort of channeling. It was to do with this wee way, right? Or leeway, or the name Lee, but also a leeway, right? Now, a leeway is also a wee way. So you've got possibly two people, of one that is of a Lee, and they're called Lee, or I very much doubt they're called Way. But I'm also picking up far and away, which would also be Australia. But the same thing, far and away, right? Far and away, meaning that someone is far, like you've had this in your reading, far, and someone is away, right? So it means that someone's far away, but someone's just a wee way off, right? Now, like a leeway, giving someone a leeway. But this is the karmic test of what a lot of people, and I've witnessed this so many times in my life, right, is that when everything is good in your life, people really know how to mess it up, right? They really know how to mess it up. And if you've had bad karmic pasts and bad karmic experiences, when you've got something future forward, because I'm hearing future forward, it's like forward, 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 and I'm very forward and I'm very direct and I know what I want and I know that I want you is what I'm hearing. Because it's like, listen, you are an object of desire and I want you and I want you. It's kind of like, yeah, but I want you and I want you and I want you and I want you and I want you, right? So you've got determination here of you or them or someone being very determined, right? I'm also hearing a termination of some sort, okay, around Libra energies. But we'll try and get into those in a minute, okay, because this is vital. So you've got this determination, right, or a termination. But like determination, it's like I'm so determined and I'm so determined and I'm so determined that I am breaking away from my karma and I'm breaking away. And that's normally when Batman and Superman, because I'm hearing S or Ses or Sesame Street or M and S, that someone works at M or S or Emma or S or Steve. No, don't even bother, right? But again, M or Steve or M and Steve or like M&M, like M&M, something to do with M&M, or working at M&M's or a shop or a factory or something. Okay, but there is no reconciliation in my eyes. Okay, so anyway, so because what I'm hearing is that when you have these karmic experiences in life, right? When you have those, you have this where, because you've got like a leeway and a wee way and determination. I'm moving forward and I'm moving forward and I'm moving forward, and it's like it's momentum and it's momentum and momentum, something to do with Gemini, right? And it's like it's momentum and it's going forward and it's going forward and it's going forward, possible Cancerian or whatever, but it's going forward and forward and forward. And someone drives a Ford, well actually I do drive a Ford, which is my bus, but like Ford Focus or a Ford itself or like fraud, right? So you've got fraudulent energy around you. So you've got forward energy, which is good for determination, and you've also got fraudulent energy of someone coming back from your past. Now, the vital energy of this is where I hope a lot of you haven't missed this, is because when you have something very determined in your life, right, and you are so determined to move forward, and Batman and Superman enter, because I am picking up two, right, which is around the two lips or something around the other energy of this duck or Doolittle or Dr. Doolittle or something, or someone's little. Like little and large. Someone's very thin, someone could be larger, okay? Something to do with that, because I'm picking up, look at the size of what I've just got. It's like, this is a jackpot prize. It's like big time, right? So you can look at those energies of someone's very small and petite and someone's quite big. I'm also hearing petite or something, or petite is nice and nice. No, I'm hearing nice. But anyway, so normally when this happens, right, you're so determined and you're forward, and everybody will teach you you're supposed to have boundaries in your life, right? So you've got boundaries, like, yeah, I'm determined, I hate them, I don't want them, I've moved on, I've got boundaries, I've got enough, all the evidence that I need and that I want to move forward. So some of you really have. You've got everything that you need, you've learnt your lessons, and you are moving forward. But don't forget, I'm sure we've got retrograde coming up, right? Now when that happens, when you're future forward and you're future driven, the past comes back to revisit you, right? Oh, I've changed my mind. I have physically changed and I have transformed from a butterfly to a plane, right? So I'm hearing a plane or something to do with a plane journey, like plain Jane, or a plane, like something to do with, right? Because that did come up in another one, is a plane ride or a plane journey. But I'm picking up a wee way or a leeway, meaning that there would be a plane journey or a wee way away, which would be a drive away, okay? Or a drive by or drive on by, like a drive by or something, okay? Someone's doing a drive-by, just checking up on someone. This is what I'm saying. Someone's going to be pulling up, and they're like, I'm just come back to check on you, right? Which is karmically as well, which is like, oh, I've just come back just to check, just to make sure that something, right? And you're so focused and you're so determined, and then someone comes back and says that they've changed. No. In my eyes, everybody in my past, when that's bad and that's done, I guarantee you that's done and that's finished. And there is no leeways, right? There is no leeway, right? So I always make sure that that is prominent in what I don't want in my life. And I always make sure that I know what I do, right? So you have to be that determined, right? But you've got this energy of like, when you start to move forward, aha, here's Johnny, right? Johnny comes back, right? It could even be called Johnny, I don't know. But they come back, right? It could be Virgo energies. They come back, right? And you're like, come back, Peter, come back, Paul, fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul, right? So you're like, right, determined, I've got something new, great in my life. I've got boundaries, Steve, I've moved on. Spirit, curveball, have you? So have you been put to that test then? Have you? You think that you have, but have you? So we're going to put this person behind you, right? Which is, we're behind you. It's like, no, they're not behind me. It's like, there's no one behind me. It's like, yes, they are. There's someone behind you, right? So why am I coming out with that? But something to do with around, when you least expect it, the past comes to revisit you to see if you've got boundaries enough to say no. When you've got bad karma or twin flame energy of bad past, your karma is about detachment, right? Now, when you're all up in the feelings and you're so like, oh, I'm like so emotional, when you're like that energy, right, that's where you can fail tests, because you think that people change from a bird to a plane, from a car to a plane, from Batman to Superman, or is a transformer. No, they're not. So they come back and say, yeah, I've changed, I've worked on myself, or physically, like, now I look like a plane. No, they don't, right? So you get tricked, you get fooled, spirit fools you. It's something to do with a Pisces, possible, or a trip, or a journey, or a fall from the past, right? So if this is a fool's journey, they're saying that there's Pisces everywhere. They are, because it's a lot to do with the fool, which is like one being fooled, but also on a fool's journey of fool's gold, meaning rich, very rich. They're saying that someone is very well off, and that someone isn't foolish, meaning I'm not foolish enough to fall for the okie doke, right? So there's someone that's very wise. So you would probably come up with the King of Cups, a King's or King of Swords or something like that, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But you've got like, fool me once, fool me twice, shame me once, shame me twice. No, it's like, I'm not going to be put to shame anymore or to blame anymore. I'm not going to be the one that's to be blamed for this. I am not even going to engage in the past. Engaging, right, with energy that's restrictive, and you've been fighting and pushing and pulling and pushing and pulling. The only time that your life becomes future forward is when you meet someone right in front of your eyes, right? When you can look at someone, because you've got this dreamy energy, right? But when you've got someone that hasn't lied, hasn't betrayed you, hasn't met you, they're saying, hasn't even met you, or you haven't physically met, or something like that, right? When you meet the future, you meet it head on, right? So you meet it head on. So past, when it comes back to surprise you, spirit will be like, well, if you think that you've got boundaries that you can move on, then we're going to throw a curveball at you, and we're going to throw it right in front of you and see if you can pass the test. And if you can, and you disengage, and you don't want them, and you don't argue, and you just like, no, I'm not even bothered, and you move forward to the future, you pass the test, right? If you go back, you fail. If you was taking a driving test, and you was to reverse when you're supposed to go forward, and you crash into a car or something, I hope there's no car crash, man. Right? Because that would have to do with the life path number 9, right? And around what I see, and there have been people reporting to me that happened. But, you know, I drive, so I have to be very careful, right? It freaks me out sometimes. So that's what I'm saying. The past is a car crash waiting to happen. So if any of you have dealt with anything around, like, I was going to say Cancerian energies or past energy, then the past is a car crash waiting to happen. That did come out for another reading. I forget what star sign it is, so it would also be their reading, maybe. Okay, and I think that was... Let's have a look. Let's have a look, because you'll probably all know by now. Right, I just realised this light does my head in, man. It's too bright. Fools... Cancerian. There you go, Cancerian. A car crash waiting to happen, right? So, sorry if you're cross-watching, but what I'm picking up for Pisces is whatever this is that the past is a car crash waiting to happen. The future is bright, is what they're saying. The future is bright. The future is fool's gold, right? So the future is gold. Gold! Always believe in your soul. You've got nothing to do. You're indestructible. Always believe in... Always believe in gold. Never believe in fool's gold, right? There's two instances. There's always believe in someone that's golden brown, texture like sun. Someone could be very brown, but texture like sun. So you've also got, oh man, yo, what are you up to? What are you up to? Because you've got this really good energy, but for some of you, you've got this fool's gold type sort of thing, right? Where it's great and it's golden and it's golden brown, and it's like everything is great and it's brilliant. But you've also got this energy where you've got to be very careful, and this would be my advice, right? Anybody appears up from the past, always say no. If you can't, that means your boundaries that you've worked on yourself, you haven't. And you will go back into a karmic cycle. They pull you back. They give you a yarn and a tale and a lie and say, I've been working on my... And trust me, I went through it with my ex. You know, oh, I've learned something through this major karmic cycle. I'm not going to do that anymore. And I've changed and I've realised so much about my stuff. Give it 3 weeks and the same thing happened. No, done. No, 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 no. No, never. Right, never again. So, but I'm also picking up, what, forever, ever? It's like, yeah, forever. It's like, I want to be with you forever. Right? So you've got two instances. Someone that will honestly be with you forever, and they'll be very loyal, they'll be by your side forever. Okay? It could even be for when you've got some energies. Right. Some of you, you've got this, because I know my ex's placements. But because I very, very much doubt that's going to be happening. But what I'm saying is you've got this someone that will be very loyal to you, very loyal, right? Honesty, loyalty and honesty. So you're going to know that person, right? Or they're saying that you know that person already now. Why is this giving me... You could be dealing with a Gemini. I have a Gemini moon. I'm confused. So you've got to be... You've got this where it was relating to the Cancerian thing and your reading, where there was pieces of you all over which was relating to Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and everything is aligned up perfectly with the same Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon, which is either the physical just Sun and the Moon, or it is to do with like the Sun sign and the Moon sign, or it is something to do with the physical Moon being a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or the Sun being Leo, but something to do with family and where it's hot. So this could relate to either the star signs or the actual, like the Sun and the Moon itself. Right, I'm really picking that up in your energies. Check out your reading because I'm sure that might have been there. So you've got something that's aligned up for you, right? But something that's going to lie to you. Again, a lot of you don't fall for the okie doke. You've got something that is honest and something that's going to lie, right? And it's like, I can't lie. I can't lie. Well, if someone's lied and you've lied to yourself and you've said it's over and it's over and it's over and it's over, but they come back and then you lied to yourself, no. That's why I never really, when I'd split up with my ex, okay, I'll be honest, probably even watches this still, but, you know, I can't help that. I'm a guide and a teacher, right? I have no malice whatsoever. But it was finished and it was over because it just wasn't working out. It just don't matter what happened. The same thing persisted to keep happening again. And I was kind of like in my head thinking, if this happens once more, I'm not going to continue to inflict pain on me or even the other person, because I'm not like that. I wouldn't put someone through physical torture, even though other people might be going through that. I know that I'm not. I know that I feel good, right? I do. I feel brilliant, right? So I wouldn't continue to inflict pain on someone by keeping something going for nothing, right? So anyway, I don't know why I'm going on what? I don't know why I'm going on and on and on and on. What? Dominic, or Dominom. It's a bit like a game show. It's a bit like a game. Again, you could be dealing with a 5, maybe, trying to play a game. Right? Or you might be physically just playing games. Noughts and crosses. Okay, so let's go on with what you had. Ooh, oh, it's magic, you know. That was Scorpio. Zeros. You got a 0 and a hero. There you go. There's the message. You got someone that's a hero. I've been waiting up for a hero for the moment of night. He's gotta be tough and he's gotta be strong. That was the butch bit. Or a dog. I don't know. But like, and he's gotta be faster than light. I need a hero. Right, but then you've got a 0, which is like you are a 0. It's like you've got nothing. You've got no chance. You've got that again. You've got 0. You've got no chance. But you've got a hero. That's what I'm saying. You've got a hero of the day, a saviour. which is around the 2. So if all of you have been dealing with a 6, right, or a 6 of cups or anything like that, or the past, and it all keeps revisiting you all of the time, and the past just seems to keep reflecting back all of the time, right, and that's past, then that means that it's past, right? Passed on or passed away. Hopefully it's not passed on or Parsons, but like passed on, right? So it's like pass on by, right? Not come on by, right? Because you've got pass on by or come on by, meaning like, no, you can come on by if you want, like it's come on by, but you've got bye-bye, 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 come on by, right? So you've got someone going and leaving, staying and going kind of energies. That's going to be completely down to you lot. If you've been dealing with past, if you want to believe that past actually changes, that's why it never has. That's what keeps you engaged in your karma and stops you from moving forward. It isn't physically what you do, just all this work that people say that they do on themselves. The work actually happens when retrograde comes, or when someone physically comes, right, or physically comes back. Then that's where the test is. Is like, are you going to mess up the future, or are you going to go back into a circumstance that you believe that a person will be different than what they was before, right? No. Guarantee you. And I guarantee you, and I'll put this out there, that none of you are strong enough to actually pass. And I hope that you do. I really hope that you do, right? Because I know that there's no way past for me, right? So I hope that you pass. Because they're saying that something to do with also passing a theory test or something like, because they keep saying pass the test. They're saying you passed the test, you've passed, and now they're saying that you've passed already. You've already passed the test. A lot of you have already passed the test. That's what I'm saying. The test of time, right? But you don't pass the test of time by like, well, we'll just give it another time or another try. If you give it another try, I really don't think so. That's up to you. What am I hearing? Pass the test of time. Some of you have passed. I'm sorry, not everybody, but some have passed and some have failed. They have. Because I'm getting this energy of like, yes, you've passed, well done, and you open a letter, or it's karmic or something, and it's like, yes, congratulations, you've passed, right? But I'm also getting, sorry, you failed. Now, that's down to you. Whether this is to do with Scooby-Doo, and it's like, it's old man jeepers, and they're wearing a mask, right? And it's kind of like, no, I can close a chapter by myself, which came up for another reading. I know exactly how to turn the page, and I also know how to slam it and close the door shut on the past. Now, if you can do that, and I mean physically, and if the people come back, and you can say no, right? Pretty much putting it out there like this, right? Is if you can do that, then you can close a chapter yourself and you've learned, right? If you can't do that, that means that you go back into another chapter with that person, right? In order to write more stories with that person. Yeah, it depends what that story is going to be, right? Because I'm picking up that they're going to tell you a story, which will be Jack and Ori, tell me a story, which was, tell me a story, Jack and Ori. I've heard it all before. It is, tell me a story. Something to do with tell me a story. Can you tell me a story? Something good and bad, because it's like, can you tell me a story? Like to a child or to someone, it's like, yeah, I'll tell you a story if you want. But then you've also got this, can you tell me, like, it's like, oh, just tell me a story. I've read the book, I've wrote it, I've done it, I've read the whole thing, and I've gone over it, and it's complete and utter rubbish and garbage. I've read the whole thing, and what a load of rubbish that is, right? So some of you, I don't know if you're doing exams and stuff like that, and you're brief reading it, and you're kind of going over it and saying, what an absolute load of rubbish that is. Me, normally when I do music, same thing. I make a load of music, and as I'm hearing it so many times trying to edit it, I think that's a load of rubbish. What a load of crap that is. And I'd sometimes back away and I don't make it. I'd stopped doing that and then end up persisting with it, and then I'd sort of like make it. Okay, but it's something like that. It's like I'm going over it and over it and over it, and I'm rehearsing what I need to say, and I'm rehearsing it, and I'm going over my lines, and I'm going over what I want to say. But this can really be that past partner that comes back that's been rehearsing exactly what it is that they want to say to trick you and fool you, right? So if you've got those energies of fools and tricks, fool's gold, then that's going to be down to you. If you've got energy that's gold, right, which is like 0 to a hero, I would go towards the hero energy. I would. But that's down to completely and utterly up to you, right? That's what they're saying. It's up to you to twit twoo. It's like twit twoo. Look at you. It's like, look at you. It's like, you look at you too. It's like, I've seen you. It's like, I've seen you too. It's like, have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? That's, wow, who sang that? That is, oh God, what was his name? Rap artist, and he was actually a priest, right? Something to do with a priest. But tell me, have you seen her? Have you seen her? He sang, stop, hammer time. Something to do with stop, look, listen. Cancerian, some of you. Stop, look, listen. The answer's no. That's what you're saying. I think that you're going to do it for a lot of you. I think if anybody comes back from the past that's annoyed you, you're going to go, look, stop, look, listen. The answer is no. Sorry, I'm being firm. That's like Wing Chun. Came out for another reading. Something to do with like, the answer is up. The only way is up, baby. Just you and me now. The only way is up. That's what I'm saying. Someone is coming. Someone's coming, right? Now, you've got so many energies. The only way is up if someone is coming into your energy or they're already in it that's good, right? That's the only way is up. They're saying that the only way is up. But they're also saying that the only way I will is if something to do with going up. What? I will if... Oh, something. What is this? I will if it's the only way. Someone's going to try and bend their will, like bend you to their will. Is what they're saying, bend you to their will. This could be the people that are married, because a lot of you that I've also heard are married already. And it's something to do with like bending the will, like, or Bill, bending Bill, or Bill and Ben. Bill and Ben, the flower pot man. Flubba-lubba-lubba. But like, Bill and Ben, they went back to the future, Bill and Ben. Was it Bill and Ben or Bill and Ted? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Something to do with like something is going to be very adventurous and a big adventure for you. If you go ahead on it and it's good and you know that there's some kind of adventurous energy and like that there's going to be a big adventure and you feel good, they're saying that in the future that's going to be bright and that's going to be a really good adventure for you to go on, and a good venture, meaning like it's prosperous. The future is like is gold. I keep coming up with gold, fool's gold. But basically the future is gold and it's prosperous, meaning that there's growth and it's expansion and it's very good. But you've also got this energy that's not, right? So what a lot of you have got is this, like, no, I am going forward and I am preferring to go forward. I prefer to go forward. That's what I'm saying. Some of you are like, no, I prefer to go forward. I prefer, Steve, that I want you, or I want what is that I prefer that I want to go forward. For a lot of you, is definitely what I'm steering. Steering is definitely what I'm steering. Something to do with Cancer is in this reading, like, but this could be so many different placements. Now, some of you, like I said, that you're married, and that there's this like court case and battle, and it's to do with children. Or it's like, I prefer to do this than what I do that. Because you're kind of like tit for tat energy. Which is, no, I prefer to do that. Which is what I'm saying, you've got a choice. Where it's like, no, I prefer you. I prefer, you know. So instead of like a referral, you've kind of got like, I'm making my choice. I've made it. I've made my choice completely and utterly. Some of you, okay, the energy's changing. And I'm hearing so many different things for different people. Some of you have like, no, I've already made my choice. I've already made my bed and lied in it. Someone made someone's bed and they lied in it. Or they're lying in their bed. Now, it's two instances. So I've made my bed and now I'm going to lie in it. Or it's that I've already been in your bed and I've lied in your bed before. Meaning that you could have slept with someone or you could have been with someone before that's been in your bed. Right? If that's a lie. That's a lie. If you've slept with someone, been in a relationship with someone, is what they're saying, which is more like wherever I lay my hat, that's my home. And it's something like wherever I laid, I lied. So wherever it is that someone actually laid down with you, or something to do with that, in your bed, they lied to you. Or it can just be like a, why am I picking up beds and mattresses? Like a bed and a mattress. Bed mattress. Like, why am I, see, someone's come back and picking up the bed and their mattress, and they're like, listen, I want my mattress, and I want my bed, and I want that, and I'm just popping over in order to get my stuff, and I'm off. So some of you forgot something, or someone left something at the house, or you did theirs. Now, if you did theirs, I'll just leave it, right? But they could have left something at yours. And this is like, no, you left something. And this is coming through from that reading that I did around Virgo energy, where it's like, ha, ha, ha. It's like, what do you mean? I just come all of this way to get something, and now you don't want it, or you don't want me, or it's not even there. Why did you like get me to come all this way and that there's nothing in that, which can be a relationship or something like that, right? Because it's this. There was something around like fishing it out or something, and it's like or whipping it away, and it's relating to some of the readings where it's like, hello, well, there's no one there, and then there was another instant of like, hello, yeah, no, I'm here for you, and it's like talking to someone but not talking to another. And it's got something to do with this fool, like tricking someone, that something's in it or not in it, or like, I'm just coming to get all of my stuff and then I'm gone and I've took it all and I'm out, right? So you've got these complicated energies for me to try and figure out, because a lot of you are on different timelines where, like I said, there could be Pisces, 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 and it's all aligning up for everybody to get some kind of a lesson. Now, like I said, the biggest test is that if things have turned, if the milk has turned sour, I ain't the kind of pussy to drink it. You know what I mean? Right? So that is actually, I'm going to have to lift my seat up. How long have we been going? That is actually off Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels. If the milk turns sour, Tyrone, I ain't the kind of pussy to drink it. Do you know what I mean? Right? Do you know what I mean? Or don't you know what I mean? Because if that milk has gone sour, I ain't going to drink it. Right, which means I ain't going to swallow it. I ain't going, what are you swallowing? Sorry, someone had swallowing a sword, but it's like swallowing the truth, maybe, right? Which was a sword, which is like the sword in the stone. It's like, I ain't going to swallow for that. It's like, no, I'm not swallowing. It depends what y'all are swallowing. I don't know. This can either be truth or like a swallow. Swallow? Oh, wow, what's that song? By Bush. Right, which was swallowed. So check that out. I can't remember how it goes, but it's the band called Bush, and it's called Swallowed. Right, Swallowed, and you'll get some messages from that, I think. Right, because this is like someone that's going to try and make you eat the truth. Right, like compete for the truth. See, you've got someone that's trying to get you to compete for the truth. If you've never been able to speak truthful and honestly with someone, they're going to try and make you compete for it, to try and get the truth out of them. And I wouldn't get into that. I wouldn't. Because you've got some kind of Peter and Pan situation going on, or like swallow the truth and I'll make you like eat those words or something. I don't know. Because I'm hearing sorry seems to be the only word. Again, you've got energies of like, well, all I can do is say I'm sorry. But if someone said they're sorry so many times, and well, that's sorrowful, meaning I'm always sorrowful. You're always sorry, is what I'm hearing. Like, you're always sorry. What you're always sorry for? What do you always keep like apologising and saying, oh yeah, but I didn't mean to do all of that, and I didn't mean to betray you, and I didn't mean to, and I didn't mean, and it's like, oh, forget it, bro. I mean, I would. There is no chance I would take any of my exes back. No. And I think a lot of you have got this already, like I said. I mean, I deal with a lot of clients, and I know people that have gone back, and it's been absolutely terrible. It's been terrible. They mess the future up, and they actually, as they've got something going on, they build a connection, the past comes back, and they're like, oh, yeah, no, I went back, and you hear from them, and they're kind of like, yeah, it turned out terrible. You know, it's actually proven. It is actually proven. That's what I'm saying, the proof is in the pudding. But you've already proved it. You've already proved it to yourself that you've moved on. So don't go back, is what they're saying. Do not go back. But because we're dealing with so many different same energies, you're probably going to think I'm crazy and I've got absolutely no idea what's in my head, but I have. Well, I know what I mean. See, me, I 100% always know what I want and what I don't. In my life, I do. Honest to God. I always know in my life what's good for me and what's bad for me. And my circle is very, very short. My fuse is very short. But, like, my tolerance is very short. I barely put up with any shit off anybody. If anybody gives me shit in life at all, it really don't take me long to go off that person much, and they just give me too much shit. In relationships, no. They keep battering you. Someone's been beaten or battered, like fish. Again, it's like, I'm going to batter you, fish. Unless you work in a restaurant. It's like, I'm going to batter you, fish. Someone's beating their fish. So I don't know what they're beating. Or it's beats. I can hear beats and beats, beats, beats. Like, you make my heart beat. You make my heart beat, you make my heart skip a beat. Something to do with skipping beats. Skipping beats. Beating eggs. Eating glass. Again, another reading. Thought Scorpio, I think it was. But rock on, Tommy! But, eating glass. Like, again, you'll make someone that eat their words. I think a lot of you will mark my words. It's Capricorn. Mark my words. I'm going to make you eat your words. I have found something out now. And mark my words, X or Capricorn, that I have had enough and I am done. Now, done. Oh, wow, that was an actual crazy X that was a Pisces. God, yeah. But it's like, and I am now done. Mark my words, I'm done and I'm finished and I'm out and I've completed, right? Now, if all of you can do that, that means that you will not fall for the okie doke, which is Z twin flame that you go through, okay? Which is where it's like, oh my God, you are everything to me, and that because you've got this dreamy energy of like, you are everything to me. You mean absolutely everything to me. You really do. And if that's a good energy, and you know, that's good. But if you've got this fool energy, comes back and like, no, listen, you mean everything to me, and it's like, no, don't fall for that shit. Don't fall for the hat trick. Again, whoa, another one coming up for some of you, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Don't fall for the hat trick, right? Which was Virgo energy. Don't fall for the hat trick. The hat trick, the magician. It's like, poof, all of a sudden I've just pulled out a rabbit out of my hat. It's like, yeah, that's the trick, bruv. That's a trick. It's like, you ain't got a rabbit in your hat. It's like, I have. It's like, well, it wasn't actually in your hat. You know, so where are you laying your head? To a lie? So yeah, you're lying straight out your arse, not your hat. You got yourself upside down, bruv. So something to do with like someone's going to try and pull a hat trick means get you back into a third party. If you've ever been, like, if you've got someone from the past, they'll put you in a third party. If you like go back into them, they'll put you into that bind, right? Capricorn energy. I mean, Capricorns, if you're watching, I don't mean that it's you or happening to you. I just mean, when I channel, I just have to channel the energies. But you'll put yourself into a toxic situation, right? So you've got this where it's kind of like very determined, very forward-focused, know exactly what you want, and very driven, right? But if you've got someone that's trying to trick you and fool you into the truth when you already know it, you've already got your lesson, where your lesson will be around finalising that by saying no. Now, if you can say no, because if a lot of the times you've been yes, no, around Libra energies, and like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, that's your intuition that screams loud to say that that's karmic. That's putting you on your spiritual path, right? So you've always got good energies that can help, but you've also got bad energies that also... Oh man, I got into it. Because you've got a confused sort of very good energy, but also a confused energy. But a lot of you, there are people that are married, and that would confuse my channel energy, right? It really would. Because you've got past energy with children also here, because you've got children and kids and stuff involved, and you've got past people that are married wanting divorces, and you had that coming up through the year, I think. And that was really for those people. And there was a main secret that was always kept for a lot, which was around for the people that are... It's just different energies. You're either going to persist to not talk to someone and persist to talk to someone, or... Because I know like friends that have got like ex-Pisces and they've got children together and they're going through it like mustard. This person was remaining relentless to try and control the situation. These two people here, they're together. right? But this person here, 9, 9, I told you, 9, 9 to 9, right? 2 people here. One of them is a Piscean, right? Just relentless in this. People do it. I ain't getting involved. Because what have you got? Okay, Pisces. Ooh, what have you got, Pisces? Look at the size of that. That's big, lad. That's a big lad. I was like, you're right there, lad. You're right there, kid. You're right. It's a bit like Scouser or something. A bit like Liam Gallagher. He got into the Bobs and the stuff again. It's like, you're right, Bob. Like, yeah. That was Bob. Who it was? It was from Bullseye. It's like I've scored the Bullseye again. It wasn't Bob Olness. It was what was his name? You're right, Jim. Jim. Right there, Jim Bowen. Jim Bowen. It's like, you're right, Jim. You're getting on. You're like, yeah. Oh dear. Look at what you could have won. Look at no. Come on. Come and look at what you could have won. It's like, everybody, look. Come and look at what you could have won. It's a cracker. So that person there or that thing is an absolute dream, and it's a cracker. But you can't win it because you lost. So you've right. He used to do that on this TV show. They used to like, oh look at you could have come and won this Ford Fiesta. Look, you could have won it. Come on, oh look, bring Dave, bring your sisters, bring your brothers, bring everybody. Look at what you could have won. Come on, oh folks, look at the state of them. Look at this beautiful piece here of Pisces. Look at this beautiful piece of Pisces right here. Look at what you could have won, but you lost that, didn't you? Right. So I'm off. So again, what you've got is this energy of around. Well, look at what you could have had, but you are not having it now. Right. So you've got someone that's lying and deceiving or something, and it's like, I am too good for you. Right. So you've got this energy around that I am either one, too good for you, or that's bad, or it's like good if it's the aspect of like I'm well done and I'm well over and I'm well better off without you, right? So that's going to be the people and the folks that are fucking arguing over everything, right? So you've got this energy, I'm much better off without you, because you've got this Jim Bowen type sort of thing, right? Bob Olness. No, it was Jim Bowen. Jim. And he was like, oh, come on, look at what you could have won. Look at that. It's an absolute winner. It's a prize. That is an absolute prize. It's the golden prize. It's the golden buzzer. You could have won that, and some have won it. And it's like, but you haven't. So it's a bit like you haven't won and you've won. It's like you have won gold and you haven't won. So if you're fighting over someone or someone's trying to make a decision, they're saying that, no, I've already scored, man. I've won the jackpot. And that's the person that I'm going for and I want to be with. And that's the person I've got in my mind. And if you've got this energy where someone comes back to full gold you, right, you've got this energy of like, I've already won, right? So you've got like, I don't want you, I want you, right? So you've got this dreaming of you, I don't want you, I want you, right? So you've got this possible third party or an energy of like, I know what I want, I know exactly where I'm going, I am not going back into the look at this Ford Fiesta of what you could have won. No, I'm going forward with we're not getting confused of different Cancerian energies around, right? But I'm going forward. I am not going backwards. Because you could even be dealing with sevens, right? Sevens would still relate to a Cancerian because it's the chariot, right? So it's like, listen, I'm not going back. Me, that's why I'm Cancerian. I'm not a Cancerian, no. Might have it in the 8th house of Saturn, right? So I'm always, life path number, I'm always forward. Forward, I'm very forward and I'm very direct and I'm very forward. Right, so again, me, never go back. You don't drive backwards, you drive forwards, right? So, because if you drive backwards, you drive me crazy. Who is that? She drives me crazy. No, not crazy. She drives me crazy. Who was that sung that? Man? She drives me crazy, and I can't help myself. Someone drives you crazy. Someone drives you crazy. It's like, man, you drive me crazy. It's like, you're driving me crazy. But in a good way, but also in a bad way for a lot of you. You've got someone that drives you crazy. Miss Daisy drives you crazy. It's like, oh, you drive me crazy. But you've got this energy of like, man, you drive me crazy. It's like, I'm crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy. Someone's crazy over someone. Right? grazing over someone, grazing Arizona, raising Arizona. Again, someone's got children with somebody. Okay, and that's why the energy is confused, because some of you are married, divorced, children, won't leaving, not leaving, tit for tat, blah, 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 blah. Some of you are very direct, very moved on, very single, very motivated, know what you want, and I think that you're fine. The people that are like considering and thinking, well, you know, blah, 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 there's chances that you're going to have this lesson that's going to put you to the test, right? Can you go forward with a Ford Fiesta, right? Can you go forward or can you go backwards? That's up to you. Can you go forward with, wow, look at that prize. That's an absolute winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's take me out for dinner. You can buy it, you can cook it, you can do whatever you want. But you've got an energy of like, listen, you can buy it, you can cook it, and you can do whatever you want, but you can eat it yourself. Because mark my words, you can eat your words and you're going to eat them. Right? So you've got this eating glass, eating windows, whatever. Right? Mark my words. No, mark X. Right? Mark my words, future. Got the stank on it. Right? Got some steak. What is also a snake? What? No. Could be a Scorpio energy. But it's something to do with, man, you're confusing the shit out of me, Pisces. Something to do with, like, it's got steak on it. It's got stakes. It's like I'm putting stakes on it. Some of it's around Capricorn energies as well. But again, you've got people that would go to people, just different energies. Something rising Venus, difficult to just channel through it with no cards, right? So you've got this, someone is like got a little piece of beef, someone like roast beef, and someone like steak, right? So you've got, listen, do you either want a small piece of beef or do you want a steak? Do you want a steak with everything on it and like, you know, you're going for like gold. You're not going for a like Pee Wee Herman. You're going for gold. You're going for someone that's quite big, right? Or you're going for someone that's got a lot of gold, like a lot of gold, right? So whatever it is that you're going for a lot of it, right? So it's up to you, whether you want a lot or a little. If you want a little, then you're going to get a lot. Or if you're very little, you're going to get a lot. Whatever it is, you're going to get a lot of it. They're saying you're going to get so much of this and so much attention, you're going to be smothered in gold, right? And you're going to be smothered and trapped very well. If you go back, then your evolution of going down and going back into an ape, right? You don't go to an ape, you evolve to a human being. If you had everything right here, right now, what would be the point in evolving to a grown-up? Right? If you had everything here, you'd have no hurdles to cross in life. You wouldn't be able to jump over all these hurdles, would you? So you're always going to have hurdles. But evolution is always about, you can't have everything before you die. You've got to experience loads of things, right? So you've got a very big experience here that someone's quite tall, also, right? Or they got a big tool, or something, or very handy, like a very handy person. They do a lot of stuff. They can like very handy with their hands, or they do things with their hands, or I don't know. But you've got this energy here that someone's very like tall and short, or like various like what you seeing, Steve? Who are you seeing, Steve? It's like, yeah, I'm seeing someone, man. They're like right up here, or they're right over here. It's like, man, it's like, who are you seeing? It's like, yeah, but look at them. It's like, look at that prize. Like, there's big money prizes there. It's like, that's where I'm going. I want to be like them. That's where I want to go. Up here. I want to go up. I don't want to go down. It's like, you know, that's where I'm going. I'm climbing the ladder to success, and I'm going in excess and on the express. On the Orient Express, right? Or I'm going here. I ain't going down here. I ain't going back down. I'm not like a little mini-me of the spy who shagged me, right? There you go. So that's another reading. The gold member. But I'm not going back to the spy that shagged me. I'm actually going to the shag pile. I'm actually going to the pile. What? I'm actually going to like an ensuite, or like someone that's very sweet, right? Very sweet. Someone sees someone who's very sweet. This is an ensuite. Oh, we come up with that before, reading. Around like a sofa, and it's like, where have you got all this stuff? It's like, you've got loads of it. Where has all that come from? So it's mine, I bought it. So, boarding pass. Someone's like, man, look at all these things that you've got. It's Pink Floyd. It's like, hello? Wow, look at all these guitars that you've got. Man, you've never seen my guitars, have you? I have to do some sort of like music thing at some point. But look at all these things that you've got. Wow, what does she say in that? And he's sitting in front of the TV like this. Like that's on the Pink Floyd, right on the wall. He sits there like this. He's kind of got a cigarette burning in his hand. And he's kind of like just sitting there like looking at someone thinking, wow, I'm mesmerised by this television. And he's sitting there and just like, hello? And then all of a sudden he gets up and he gets the guitar and he's like, ah, smash! Right? So, I don't know what's driving someone nuts. So it's driving someone nuts. Like, that's not what I wanted to hear. Ah! But it's what someone else wants to hear. I'm sorry, if you're going through your feelings, that's good. It's, it's bad, but that's good. If y'all are like going through like painful and I'm like hitting nerves, that's good for me. That means because I'm doing my job. If people don't like to hear that and their feelings get hurt, well, that's good because that actually helps you. That actually helps you move on. Gives you clarity, right? So you know if things are really hurting, then that's growth. That you're supposed to not have what hurts. You're supposed to have what makes you feel good, right? Someone makes you feel good. If they make you feel bad and then good and bad and good and bad and good, it's bad, right? It's bad. It's rotten apple. It's a witch, right? So what? So if you've got this energy, then what you've got is someone is like, look at that. Right, compared to that, it's like, no, I'm going there. That's where I'm going. I'm going there, or I'm going up, because the only way is up. That's what I said. Zero a hero. A lot of you have got a lot of zeros, and some of you have got like so many zeros in your account that you're either on the bad side of it, or you're on the winning end. That's what I'm saying. Y'all can write like you've probably got in your bank accounts like loads of zeros. Like, well, I've got this number all at the front of it, but there's loads of zeros there. That's what I'm saying. You've got someone that's kind of like a complete zero in life. Noughts and crosses. Plays a game. Someone that plays a game. Play the game of love. You don't play it. No. You don't play the fiddle. Someone's going to fiddle with something. What? Someone's fiddling with something. Anyway, we're going to stop because I'll go off into something weird. But generally, your messages are sporadic, but I really hope that I've broke it down for you quite clear. The answer is no. I'm still hearing that. I hope I've broke everything down to you because you've broke me. You've absolutely broke my heart. And there is no way that I am going back. Right? So someone's saying that. If you were broken-hearted, there's something to do with that. But it's around like, there is no way that I am going back. That's what I'm hearing. So your messages pretty much are that. Is that if your karma persists to come back and then leave, and come back and leave, and you have something very good to focus on, and they come back, that's completely down to you whether you're strong enough to put those things into play of what you've got to leave this person behind smoking in the dirt and move on with your life and move forward towards the good. If you can do that, you're winning, right? If you go back, you'll lose everything. You'll lose everything, right? You'll lose everything. That's what they're saying. So this could be divorce, and I don't know, for a lot of people, but you'll lose everything, right? So I don't know what this is going to pertain to, but we'll have to see. So they're kind of like your stuff. Someone's a bit of stuff. Again, it's like, oh, that's your bit of stuff, is it? It's like, yeah, that's my bit of stuff. Or she is a bit of stuff. Someone's a bit of stuff. It's like, she is a bit of stuff. Steph. I'm also hearing Steph, Steve, Steph, deaf or deaf, or someone's deaf. So what? Anyway, stop. So that's enough. So if you want your tarot reading, as soon as I've done all of these, I've got a few more to do, but as soon as I've done them all, I am then going to do the tarot stuff. Okay, but unfortunately, that's only going to be over on Tier 2 for Tier 2 members. Now, if you want to join, you're obviously going to get to see them, but you'll also get to watch your 1st until the 15th that is over there. So if you want to join, you get to watch that, and the extended for the yearly reading, that was also over there. And then the 15th until the 30th tarot reading, it won't appear on YouTube, it will only go over to Patron. It just really helps me out, keeps me going as a channel. I really do appreciate it. If you want to reach out for a personal reading or Skype call or anything like that, you can reach out from the link below. I really appreciate all of you. Thanks so much for any like, share, comment. Thanks very much. Nalu 7 signing out.